was just reminded of a book that I read years ago about Dr. Taraya, or by Dr. Taria Trent. Taray, I can't pronounce it. But she talks about her experience growing up in Zimbabwe and how the sun's gonna be in our face now. How challenging things can be for women in Africa. And it's an interesting book. And sometimes as Americans, at least in my perception, is we try to consider ourselves like the best country on the planet, and we're the most forward thinking and the most advanced, and we're the best country there is as far as human rights. But there's also all kinds of awful stuff that happens here that might not be to that extreme, but it's still prevalent here in the USA. And again, this is my perception. This is my journal. And I don't know, there are places in Africa where they use a device that has razor blades in it, and a woman puts it inside her, and that's the only deterrent to get a man to not rape her. And they use those not just in Africa, but in other places also. And I just think that that's really sad. Our world has gotten to the point where you're gonna have to completely shred your own self to the point that you won't be able to ever use it again, and that's the only way that you'll actually just not be a rapist. That's horrible. And I think that it would be better if in our society we could have discussion and mutual respect. And I don't know how to get there. Right? How do we get to that point when that's the point that we're at? That's the starting point. So how do we get to that point of this utopia of discussion and verbal communication? And I think personally it is this beginning point of awareness. Do you have words to describe